opportunity knocks on our door. And it would be a sin to wear a pair of angel wings and not to hear the audience applaud. So welcome to the big top, welcome to the show, the Midnight Circus
Come on, tough guy.
Scotland. I am William Wallace, and I see a whole army of my countrymen, but they'll never take our freedom!
Welcome to another Flat Earth Friday. How are you doing this evening, my brother?
I'm good. I'm excited. What a crazy, unexpected podcast that we're about to go through.
Well, unexpected or expected. I don't know. I was a little bit surprised that they took us up on the debate, and maybe a little bit less surprised that they quit already. They quit already, right?
Yeah, I mean, the top two debating spaceball proponents, Craig McNeil, and we don't know his real name. He goes by the last name Toon. It's not his real name. They've backed out, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. And not only have they backed out, but they're quadrupling down on lies. These guys are just filthy, disgusting liars.
Yeah, no, the lies are out of control. And we're going to be showing everybody the real timestamps, not the perfectly manicured ones that McToon tried to share to cover his tail. We've got all the timestamps, and we're going to be going through them. And we're going to be proving just how ridiculous the lies are, how straight, bold, in your face, undeniable. Nobody can miss them. They're bad. They're obvious. And we're going to be going through that. We're going to be going through a lot of the damage control that McToon was throwing down last night. And we've got a special guest coming on to join us later, get their perspective as far as what they saw taking place at McToon's chat. Jerry makes another appearance on the McToon show, and was treated very poorly. We're going to be covering all that, and yeah, we win multiple ways. If they had taken us up on the debate, we were going to beat them in the debate real easily. That's the reason why they chickened out, and we win by default now. So not even a word had to be said, but we still win. And the 3-part series that we planned on doing, it's not going away. And if anybody wants to debate us, we'll take you up on it. We want fair rules like the ones that we've put out. And regardless if anybody takes us up on it or not, we're still going to get that information out. We're not going to sit on it.
Yeah.
We're going to put it out for everybody.
So yeah, the next two that I would like to debate would be Jaron and Dave McKeegan, right? Because they were also two of the people that helped perform the 12 observations that Will Duffy has put out. So listen, everybody tuning in here. Will Duffy flew to Antarctica, took MC Toon, we don't know his real name, whatever his real name is. I'm real annoyed that he doesn't share his real name. It takes away all of his credibility. They flew there. They did 12 observations that they call experiments that prove that the Earth is a spinning sphere, right? And we would like to challenge them. We were going over this for a month or more, back and forth. Everything was agreed to, right? It was really tough to get Toon involved. Craig agreed to everything. Boom, boom. Yes. We outlined the fair terms multiple ways, multiple times, directly, like coherently. They agreed to it. We had the starting date was optional, was the 21st. And we told them that the 21st ended up being a Charlie Kirk funeral. So it would have been the worst possible time to do a debate, seeing as how most people were going to tune into that in the world. And so we started to come up with an alternate date, and it was the 31st. We were going to do 30th. We were going to do the debate, which is next Tuesday, right? Mm-hmm. We were all set to go. And then out of nowhere, we get a email from Fight the Fat. No, it was Toon that sent the email all of a sudden saying, no, I didn't agree to any of your terms. I only agreed to the time and the date, when in actuality, all that he agreed to was the terms. He never even actually agreed to the time and date. Waka, waka, waka. All he had agreed to was the actual format that we set out. It was simple. It was on Jason's channel, Awake Souls, where we have the control over the mics, because we've seen time and time again. Look what happened when you tried to join Will's podcast. It was a disaster. We don't trust them with their controls, but we were going to play it just straight. We were going to be fair. There's 12 observations that they call experiments. We were going to go through all 12. Jason did 6. I was going to do 6. McToon could rebut 6 of our debunks, and Craig, Fight for the Fat Earth, would rebut 6 of either Jason or mine. And it was all calculated. It was all timed out. And the rules were no ad hominems, right? You weren't allowed to mock or make fun of the other person. You weren't allowed to interrupt anybody. The time limits were strict so that we could keep it to a minimum amount of time so that it would be the most palatable for the widest range of audience. It was honest. It was fair. It just took away all of their cheating games. They couldn't filibuster. They weren't able to fallacy. They weren't able to do any of the stupid backhanded things that they do. Listen, every single thing that McToon and Fight the Fat Earth have done has been lies. All they've done is slander, lie, and mock Jason and myself and YD just constantly. These characters over here on the other side of the team are they're the bad news bears, but they're not going to win in the end. They're the losers. They're the geeks. They're the ones who got beat up and made fun of all their lives. Now they're pumping their channels. They're buying views. They're buying subs. They live in a fantasy world where the two of them think they're Adonises when they're overweight, fat. McToon's gained like 15 pounds since the final experiment. I guess he went off the Ozempic. Craig's still on it, but he says he's getting his legs amputated. These guys say the most filthy, disgusting things you could ever imagine on their streams, and they don't have any truth. Everything that they have is circumstantial and created to fight against the AE map and model with a single pressurized pole pizza dome model. Even the debate that they tried to say, this is what we want, which, you know, if they had have come to the table earlier and said, let's try structuring it this way, it would have been okay. We could do your debate after we outlined the 3 that we already had planned. Listen, Jason, I wasn't against doing a 4th debate on their terms. I'm not afraid. I'll go on their channels. I'll do the debate their way. They want to set it up so they can argue that each of the observations was an experiment that so-called quote unquote proved that we live on a globe. But we can take those same observations and show how they work on our version of reality. Absolutely, through scientific rigor. That's what we would do. I'm not against doing that. Right. But what I'm against is the fact that we outlined 3 debates structured really well and fair, and we had it outlined and we were ready to go. We were prepared, and we are still prepared. We're still hoping that Jaron and Dave McKeegan or the other guy, what's the other guy's name? The little tiny guy. It's not Critical Think or Wolfie 6020 or Will Duffy. We know Will Duffy's gone. He quit. But anybody that was actually involved in the final experiment, the challenge is open. We're hoping that somebody might take it. I'll somehow try to get a hold of Jaron from Jaronism. What does he get? 200 views now on his channel, Jay?
Yeah, maybe after a couple of days.
So maybe this is good for him if he fills in. So I'm correct that both Fight for the Fat Earth. I'm saying that because they believe the Earth is a fat sphere. It's fatter at the bottom of the equator than it is at the top. That's why I say Fight for the Fat Earth. That's what I'm calling him. And Toon, we don't even know his name. Those two have both declined. They say that we've quit, but they actually agreed to a debate, sent corresponding emails. Emily, Craig's handler, was the one that corresponded everything, and the drunk debunk guy, he agreed to do the moderator. I think it would have been way better to have Owen Benjamin. And then they both backed out. Is that correct? They're both completely saying that we're not going to debate you guys, and they created a spin like they think the Earth is spinning, and now they're saying we're quitting when we're here. Let's go. The bell hasn't even rung yet. We're not backing out.
No, we would be ready to go this Tuesday still if they were to unquit all of a sudden. But evil, toxic people, these people are, it shocks me. If any of the words that they spoke, the way they treated people, if that took place in like a high school or a college, they would be suspended or they'd be kicked out of school. This is the type of toxic bullying that so many people that need their safe spaces, that can't handle bullying, these are the poster children of the most foul people that you could find online, and it's their technique. That's literally how they
gross.
try to win their arguments, is by being the most toxic and the most disparaging possible.
And lie.
They're bad.
So they both think they're banned from our channel when it's a lie. They're not banned. They've commented, and we can see their comments, and they can be responded to. They've never been banned here. Tune. See, every time I go to refer to this guy, I can't stand. My name is Ron Harris. This is Jason Laufenberg. We've never hidden our names, and we're the ones saying that we live in a supernatural biblical virtual reality. These guys are touting the Jesuitical Vatican theory that we live on a giant spinning space ball that was created from nothing, and they're afraid to share their names. Maybe his name is Craig McNeil. I'm not going to say that's a lie. On top of that, Tune, again, every time I try to say this guy's name, I'm just going to call him Looney Tune.
Well,
Looney Tune.
I gotta say, we have people in the chat trying to shill and act like his name is McToon.
That's not his name.
Wake up, people.
His name is not Michael Toon. If it is, here's the challenge. Let's see. The thing is, they could probably create a fake license. Have him cover his full name and his license and show us just his first and last name on his license. Let's see. Show the whole world that his name is actually Michael Toon. And if you think his name is Michael Toon, something is wrong with you. Listen, not only did they lie about not accepting our terms and agreeing to the debate, which they absolutely did. They absolutely, both of them, agreed to our terms. They said they were going to destroy us. He's going around saying that he debated Jason and destroyed him when they had a conversation, and you ripped him to shreds. You exposed that he was this shill agent, taking the piss, mocking everything, garbage. He has like obelisks in his room and all this crazy stuff. All they care about is mockery. Listen, you guys, if we could actually have the truth, just imagine how much money these guys spend for the views on their channels. Listen, you got to spend $10, $15, $20 minimum per video to get the views that these guys are getting. They're just absolute liars. Every single thing they've ever said has been a lie about us, and they are the ones who backed out. So what more? So he lied about debating you, which we showed last Friday. If you go back on Jason's channel, you clearly showed. You literally said on his show, this is a conversation. A debate is when there's a moderator, it has structured rules, people have introductions, middle points. He just wanted to misrepresent your version of reality by trying to draw flight routes on a coordinate system where it actually has to be centered on the actual location of the observer. Everything that they possibly do is hilariously wrong, misinformation. And the reason why I'm so excited tonight, Jason, this is the end of my rant, is because it's proof that the only thing that Tune and Fight for the Fat Earth can do is fight against the straw man AE Mappa model. As soon as they're taken out of that, they fold like a deck of cards.
Yep. My guess is that the people that think his name is actually Michael Toon are the same people that think Pat Steer is a real name.
Yeah.
So, right? It's the same people probably are getting fooled or are touting these stage names like they're real.
Yeah, search Michael Toon on Google, and you should be able to find a picture of his face, the high school he went to, information about him. Like, there's nothing. You can't find anything. His name is not Michael Toon. And when I asked him, he told me to kick bricks or whatever. He mocked me like, you're not telling me what to do. I'm asking for your name. It's like a simple thing that we do here in reality. We share each other's names. It's not that hard to do unless there's some serious, something's wrong with this character. My guess would be pedophilia. That's just my guess. I've seen the disdain and the hatred for women. There's no doubt in my mind, as well as both of these characters do not seem like straight up kind of guys, if you know what I mean. They're very lispy, one guy's got an earring in his ear. I mean, what is going on with these characters?
I got to say to people in the chat, the people that are concerned about hair as opposed to the truth,
Hair.
you're You're a loser.
What am I missing?
You really are a loser.
It's probably bald people, bro. It's probably bald people that are complaining that we have long hair. It's like, just like in the scriptures, it said, if you're here to complain about that, we don't have time for you. You're not welcome here. Just go. We don't have to ban you. But where's Craig? Where's Michael? They can join us right now. We'll give them the invitation to join us. Where are your heroes? Where are these tough guys? Jason, I cannot wait for you to get into the information tonight to actually show all of their lies. Again, this has to be the worst possible thing that could have happened to Team Spaceballs. They ran their experiment, right? They went to Antarctica. They forgot to go to the actual pole because they're retards, right? We proved that the Earth has a South Pole, but we didn't go to the South Pole though. Good job. And now we're here to debate them on their 12 observations, and they run scared like they're about to get murdered or something.
Well, in a spiritual way, yes. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And what I'm showing everybody right here is I took every single one of the emails that were exchanged between McToon and us, Fight the Flat Earth, and I input them all. I took screenshots, had ChatGPT scan it. So I've got all the timestamps. I've got all the text. I've got everything about it. The attachments have been uploaded. That way it's absolutely searchable, all of it for me. And it's easy to put into a real organized layout. So I just asked ChatGPT to make a complete communication log that sort of outlines our communication timeline. So it starts with August 28th, 2025 with Craig's responding to me. And then here on the 29th, Awake Souls establishes format. That's a while ago, everybody. So in that email, the fair terms for debate subject. All right. So this talks about the outline that we've been outlining the entire time. The host channel, the teams, the moderator, the 12 experience split evenly, each debunk 5 minutes plus rebuttal 5 minutes, no open discussion or Q&A, multi-part series if needed, no personal attacks, 3 violations equals a forfeit. And then there's a big gap here until September 18th. And so what I want to do now is show everybody directly from the emails that when I do a search for Fight the Fat Earth, that this is where it began right here. And so I reached out to him on Tuesday, August 26, 8 p.m. Said, I searched my email for an email from you. This is the only thing that came up. Are you Jeff? So when I did the search, there was just one thing that Google gave me. It was from Jeff. And
so hold on. You said it pretty quick. So Craig McNeil, who I call Fight for the Fat Earth because they believe that the Earth is a fat sphere. It's a little chubbier fat at the bottom, right below the equator. He was going around saying that he's been challenging you to a debate for like 10 years or whatever he says. I'm not saying it verbatim. He's, I'll destroy you. So you went after you heard him because YD was out there fighting for the truth like no one else. I mean, Jerry's there with her, thankfully. And you were like, okay, let's have a look. Has Craig Fight for the Fat Earth actually challenged me to a debate? And you searched your emails where he would have gotten in touch with you. Lo and behold, so Jeff is, what was his name? The handler that sets up shows for T-Jump. Right? T-Jump's handler, just like we're going to find out that Fight for the Fat Earth actually has a handler named Emily, which is probably like Eric pretending to be Emily. They got tranny and weirdos all around this crew, Spaceballs. And so there was no back and forth anywhere where you actually had I want to debate you, except for Jeff said that Fight for the Fat Earth wanted to debate you there.
Yep. So then the response I got from Craig is, be a big man and just agree to a debate. I be my ass off at your Oakley parroting of its measured flat. So, I mean, come on, you're responding for a debate and you can't even write, like, not at all. Well, I've been challenging you for 5 years. You're a coward. Are you going to man up? I've contacted a neutral channel. Huh. No response. This is all on the same night, like while I was asleep. I was reliably informed how you will crush me in debate. At 1:23 a.m. When I saw it in the morning, I responded, Craig, let's get one thing straight. You've lied about me from the start. You claimed or emailed me years ago begging for a debate. I searched my inbox, proved you never once contacted me, and even sent you the screenshot showing that you fabricated the whole story. That alone exposes your desperation and dishonesty. Now you finally managed to send an email and you're stomping your feet, demanding a debate on your terms. That's not how this works. You don't get to rewrite history and you do not get to dictate the rules. Here are the terms non-negotiable. Channel, debate will be on Awake Souls. Both you and McToon have already said publicly you would debate me, us. There, we're holding you on your own words. Format, 2v2, myself and the Limitless channel, you and McToon. Toon must be included. Moderator, you can pick whoever you want. I don't care if it's your best friend, your pastor, or your barber. The rules of the debate must be agreed upon and the moderator must uphold the rules agreed upon. Earliest date would be September 21st. If you want this debate, show up. If you refuse, that's on you and everyone will see for what it is, cowardice and more empty posturing. Stop lying, stop pretending, accept the terms, or admit to your audience that you were never serious in the first place. And his response, cry more. I'm going to ruin you on your own channel. I'm going to use NTSB flight data and make you look as retarded as you are. Maybe it was some other way I contacted you. We both know you've been hiding from me. And publicly. Go ahead.
I can't even understand what this guy's typing. What is wrong with him? Is he gone brain dead? You know what? It's crazy. These are the supposedly smartest spaceballers alive, right? They think they are, right? Just like this guy in the chat. If we can take a quick pause, we've got this guy in the chat named Nezumi Zumi Tomato. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Grow up. Like, who are you? You're just a troll. You're not going to get any respect or any credibility if you're just a troll. So what is he saying here? That we're the ones who backed out of the debate, right? And when I say to this, okay, Zumi, join us. Come on camera right now. Come on, join us and defend Craig and defend Michael because they're not here. Where are they? I don't see the two clowns, the toughest, best debaters in the world. Where are they? They're not here. So you are. So join. Come on. Again, these people here on the other side, I want the viewers to know this. Ladies and gentlemen tuning in tonight, if you are unaware, this Spaceball team, the team that believes we live on a globe, are the absolute, they're the most mocked, they're the most ridiculed, they're the beat up, they're the nerds, they're the geeks, they're the most, so they've been so abused, right? Now, because they've found this little corner on YouTube where they're able to buy views, buy subscriptions, pad their channel with bots. All of a sudden they think they're like the heroes of the world and they're leading an absolute illusion of a life. And you know what happens is when this illusion gets broken, these people, it's sad. They usually become unalived. They unalive themselves. Like, people have no idea at how serious this actually is. None of these people here that are supporting Fight for the Fat Earth or Looney Tune, none of you will even join. None of you even have the couth or the morals to even have a proper, correct conversation. Wait till we get into the way they were talking about YD and me. Wait till you guys hear the things that they say. It is the most disgusting, discrediting, lying. It's gross. Again, these people, Jason, in the chat here, trying to say that we backed out. You literally are showing on the screen. Why didn't Michael or Craig fight for the Fat Earth? Why didn't they show all these emails in the thread before they ended up? Because a lot of these, Michael Toon was actually attached to these, forwarded all of these emails. How come they only showed from when they decided to change the rules?
Yeah, so Sir Little Wolf is a moderator from McToon's channel. I've pointed out before, Sir is a Freemason title. Little Wolf would be, well, Little Wolf, the wolf in the Bible is, you know, the wolf in sheep's clothing. Sir, these are all titles of Freemason satanic shills that they're the people that control McToon's platform. Yeah. And he's just doing one-word responses out here, like, so that he can get a ranked comment. He's
Sure.
number 2 because he only types one word at a time. They're not doing anything to support actual debate, have any real information.
So he says
these are all just tactics.
So Sir Little Wolf, again, you Freemason, says that Reds is a better debater. Yeah, we destroyed Reds and Sean Double D Hufford. And when we went to challenge them over this, guess what Red said, Sir Little Wolf? No, I'm not debating Jason of Awake Souls. I don't want to. He was a coward. Where's your hero now? Go and get Astromut, Astronomy Live. He goes by Astromut on Godlike Productions. Go and get them and bring them here. Right now, we'll debate them on the 12 observations. I'm sure they had something to do with it. Again, these people in the chat, Sir Little Wolf is like a cartoon animation character. And the way they talked to Jerry was disgusting. Filth. Like, I'm telling you, Jason, these are the most disgusting characters that have ever lived. And it's crazy. They actually think they have the moral ground. They think that they're actually standing upon the truth, and it's hilarious. If they were, they would be here right now debating us.
Yeah. Vatican shills. So back to Craig here. Bit, we both know you've been hiding from me and publicly saying you won't debate. Goodbye for sacking up. Sacking up? I mean,
what?
That's what, getting in bed together? No, we didn't get in bed together. Who says sacking up? I see you changes your tune about doing it on any channel, even a neutral one. I never tried to dictate anything. Just give you options. I'll be dunking on you all weekend. Feel free to sack up, join.
Again, Jason's 6'7". Right? You're gonna dunk on him. So you're a little bit under 6'7". I know you say 6'6", but you're almost 6'7". You're closer to 6'7". And I would bet $1,000 that you couldn't come anywhere near dunking on Jason or me. You would be lying on the ground like that you are. You out of shape joke. And that's one more thing I'll say. This Craig McNeil guy started calling me fat, started calling me out. And I said, all right, tough guy, let's do bench press. Let's see who can run longer on the treadmill. Let's see who can do better leg presses. He goes, no, the only thing I can do is push-up competition against you. Listen, these guys are filth. Whoever is following them, you are following straight demonically possessed character. They got to be demons, Jason, because who else would run scared like this after bashing anyone that believes the earth is other than a sphere for the last, they've been tap dancing on the flat earth for over a year now, thinking that there's some kind of heroes. And the first time someone actually comes to them and says, all right, tough guy, let's get in the ring, they run away like yellow-bellied coward chickens.
We'll get to that. But this right here, I mean, what? But I accept all your cowardly conditions. This was on August 28th. But I accept all your cowardly conditions. Remember, you're not stupid because you're a flat earther. You're a flat earther because you're stupid. Stupidity's not a right. Fight the flat earth. I mean, who made his taglines for him? So I responded, Craig, you've accused me of avoiding a debate, but the facts speak for themselves. I searched my email history and proved you never contacted me before now, despite your claims. That's a direct, bold-faced lie on your part, and I won't let it slide. It is not crying to point out the reason why you've never been considered a legitimate debate opponent. Now that you've finally reached out, here are the fair terms for debate. Channel host. Debate must be hosted on Awake Souls YouTube channel. Debate remains published in full on Awake Souls. Restreaming mirroring permitted. Teams. Team Yahawashai, that's Awake Souls plus the Limitless channel against Team Spaceballs. Fight the Flat Earth Craig and the fake name McToon. Moderator chosen by Craig McToon. We just offered, you know what? You guys pick the moderator because they got to go by the rules. Responsibilities, strict time enforcement, strict enforcement of agreed upon rules. The moderator is not allowed to express any bias either way, and if the moderator breaks any of the rules, it is a forfeit for Team Spaceballs because they selected the moderator.
Same would go if we selected the moderator.
The debate length and format. Target length of 2 to 2.5 hours per debate. Debates that cross the 3-hour mark lose the attention of the audience. Structure, opening statements, moderator introduction, and rules explanation, 4 minutes. 2 minutes per debater, that's 8 minutes, 12 minutes total for the intro. Debunk rebuttals. With 12 so-called experiments and teams of 2, Ron and Jason each get 5 minutes to debunk 6 of the 12 experiments, and Craig and McToon each get 5 minutes to rebuttal 6 of the 12 experiments. 12 experiments, 5 minutes each team. That's 10 minutes, 120 minutes total. That's 2 hours already. 120 minutes doesn't sound like much till you realize that's 2 hours. Open discussion, none. Audience question and answer, none. Closing statements, 3 minutes per debater. That's 12 minutes. So if everything ran perfectly to the second, it would be 2 hours and 24 minutes long. We know it's not going to do that. We know this would, even in this format, would probably cross the 3-hour mark. This ensures debate stays focused and doesn't sprawl into a 3 to 5 hour circus. Series requirement. The 12 experiments cannot be covered in one debate. It must be split into at least 2 debates, likely 3 plus. So we propose debate 1, debunking the 12 final experiments, and team Spaceballs rebuttals. That's what we just talked about. The next debates, the second one, we were proposing the stereographic biblical virtual reality explanations for the same 12 so-called experiments and team Spaceballs rebuttals. And the third debate would be heliocentrism versus virtual reality. Conduct. No interruptions or speaking over each other. Moderator must take away the violator's next rebuttal or presentation time for violations of the rules. No personal attacks, no swearing, no ad-hominems. Critique arguments only. 3 violations of any kind results in immediate forfeit of the debate. The fairness clause. This format guarantees both sides equal time. Refusal to accept multiple debates equals admission of wanting sound bites, not substance. If you're serious about this debate, you'll accept these terms. Any attempt to spin this as avoidance is false. We are not running from you. We are setting the stage for a fair, open public debate.
Pause.
We need to.
You outlined this almost a month ago, that we are not running from you. We want the debate. We set it up in a fair and open way. Keep going, please. I just wanted to point out, make sure that everybody sees that. Jason clearly pointed it out.
We need to get McToon's acceptance to be a part of the debate, and he needs to agree to the rules as well. We are ready for the debate as soon as September 21st. Let us know if that day works. The Spaceball is in your court, and that's the end of this email stream right here. All right. Because after that, he got his secretary or handler or whatever we want to consider this person involved. And so then I got from Emily Vernon, Wake Souls, I'm contacting you on behalf of Craig McNeil. I am one of his content editors and his secretary to arrange such things. You mentioned wanting to set up a debate with him over the true nature. And so I got that. My response to Emily, I sent this to Craig a few hours ago. All right, so I share with Emily the format. Here are the terms, non-negotiable. And look at what we have next. Craig accepts those terms, just waiting on confirmation from McToon. And then
Drum roll.
McToon agrees to the terms and is unsure about September 21st.
Oh, click on that just so people can see it open up larger. Zoom in on that, please. Highlight it. Can you do that? Do you know how to do that? MC Toon agrees to terms and is unsure about the date. So when we get into his podcast from last night, he completely inverted this and lied through his teeth, his getting obese again teeth. He said that he agreed only to the date and not to the actual terms. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody that's tuning in here that's defending these cowards, these liars, explain this. And we're going to get to that part, Jason. But this right here is evidence. This is a timestamp, not a receipt. We're not buying anything. We don't have a printout with a piece of paper on our hands. We're more intelligent enough to know what this is. It's a screenshot or a screen share of a timestamp. This was way back. This was a month ago, August 28th at 6:53 a.m. 2025. I guess MC supposedly stands for Michael, even though we've got the masters of ceremonies with their Freemason nonsense. Michael Toon agrees to the terms and is unsure about the September 21st date because he coaches some flag football, right? Frisbee flag.
Yeah, frisbee football or something.
I hope that's not kids. That's all I'm going to say, though. I'm not going to go any further than that.
Yeah, so I mean, can it be more clear? This is Emily. She's got confirmation that he's accepted the terms, not sure about the date, and but a definite yes for debate. Definite yes, right there. All right, so I sent this response to Craig yesterday at 11 and haven't heard back from him. This is format again. So this is all being shared. You can see here.
Michael Toon.
It's a reply to all.
Yes, they're all being linked to this. Nobody's hiding it from them. Michael can't go around telling everybody he didn't see this because he was literally sent these emails over and over again. He already accepted the terms, right? It's clear. It literally says that on the screen.
So we've got, this is all on August 30th. And then that was it. So we had confirmation that Craig and McToon had accepted the terms, and we still had to work on a date. So then it was September 18th that I reached out and said to all three of them we're available to begin the debate series starting September 21st. But it's clear that date is not ideal, that it coincides with a major public event that would be the Charlie Kirk funeral. So we gave some options. We wanted to do it on a Flat Earth Friday. Here's September 26th. This is what we had recommended. Today.
One thing to point out is after they accepted the agreed on terms, we didn't hear anything from them this entire time, almost like a month. 3/4 of a month goes by. We don't hear anything. And then all of a sudden we reach out to them on the 18th of September now. Right, talking about let you guys ready to go. See
it's time to get ready.
Who's backing out here? Who's the one initiating the conversation? These guys going around telling everybody that they're the best debaters. They're the toughest proof. They got the most proof the earth is a spinning ball. And where are they? Why are they not here? Why are they not defending themselves? Oh, they'll say it's because we don't get enough views. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. We're getting more than Jaron does now.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So that was what I sent. And then, Craig, the funeral of Charlie Kirk is irrelevant to the debate. I've organized for the 21st. I'm away seeing my ill mum after that. And I go back to Craig. The issue isn't whether Charlie Kirk's funeral is relevant to the debate topic. Instead, it will completely dominate attention this Sunday, and neither side benefits from being buried under that media wave. You've accused me before of avoiding debate. This is the opposite. I want maximum visibility so the public can see the arguments in full.
And you can see already, as soon as I read the response from Fight for the Fat Earth, he was trying to weasel out. He was already trying to run away like a scared little.
He's going to his mom's. He's going to be at his mom's.
Sick mom. His sick mom. He's got to say sick mom.
I gave him 2 workable paths. Sunday, September 21st at 9 a.m. Central. This would have gotten us done before the funeral thing started. And then a Friday at 8 p.m. starting September 26th. I said we're flexible, but it's important that we confirm a time that guarantees maximum reach and fairness. Let's lock this in now so there's no confusion or excuses later. And he says, no, it won't dominate. I've arranged for this to be on the 21st like you wanted. Let's stick to that. And it should be 8 p.m. Central Time. I'm UK, so be respectful of that.
That's our time, 8 p.m. Central. That's
8 p.m. Central puts it at what time for him?
I believe it's 6 hours past.
So like 2?
Yeah,
2 a.m.?
2 a.m. in the morning. That's when he wanted the debate, huh? We should have said, yeah, okay, lock it in.
Yeah, be respectful. He wants a 2 a.m. time slot.
This guy's
Craig,
retarded.
I understand you're in the UK and I respect that, but you also need to respect our side. An 8 p.m. Central Sunday slot pushes this into a late night debate for us before a workday, which is unreasonable. That's why we proposed 9 a.m. Central on September 21st. For you, that's 3 p.m. in London. Very respectful. In fact, we had thought about this before emailing you. Still on your weekend, mid-afternoon, and it avoids putting either side at a disadvantage. It also ensures the debate isn't competing with funeral coverage later that day. If you're unwilling to agree to that, then we should move the debate to another date where both sides are on fair footing. Our preferred slot remains Friday, 8 p.m. Central, starting to September 26, because it works best for audience engagement and treats both teams equally. The audience deserves a fair debate, not one side dictating terms that give them an advantage. Let's settle this on a time that respects both sides equally.
Agree.
Make it so it's 10 p.m. UK time. That's suitable for all of us. To be absolutely clear, 4 p.m. Central on September 21st is not acceptable for either Ron or myself. That slot will be right in the middle of live coverage of the Charlie Kirk funeral, one of the most pivotal and polarizing events in modern times. We've said openly that we intend to cover that event because of its historical weight. It takes priority over a debate that could have taken place anytime in the last 6 years. That means for Sunday, September 21st, the entire window of 11 a.m. Central through 10 p.m. Central is blocked. We will not debate during that time frame. We've already put forward workable alternatives. That would be the 9 a.m. time or the Friday at 8 p.m. time. It's time to settle this. We've been clear, transparent, flexible, while keeping fairness in mind for both sides. The only unacceptable path forward is to push the debate into the middle of an event that will dominate attention and bury both of our arguments.
Yeah. Oh, look who shows up for the first time in the thread.
For the first time.
And he's replying to also Craig and Emily. So it's not like they're not communicating together.
I spoke with Craig. Friday through Sunday is generally when I'm busy with family events. I coach ultimate frisbee and other things on the weekends. Craig will be visiting his mom during the week of September 22nd. We propose Tuesday, September 30th at 6 p.m. Central Time. This works for both Craig and myself.
That's great. Yeah, we loved it. Let's go.
Thank you for clarifying your availability. Tuesday, September 30th, 6 p.m. Central works for us as well. We accept this time slot. The next step is moderator confirmation. As agreed, the moderator is to be chosen by your side. Their role is strictly time enforcement and rule enforcement. Any expression of bias or failure to uphold these rules results in a forfeit for Team Spaceballs, since the moderator is your selection. Please reply with the name, contact of the moderator no later than Friday, September 26th, so we can provide them with the full rules document and ensure they are prepared. That way there is no ambiguity and both teams are accountable to the same standards. We're glad to have this locked in. Now it is simply a matter of confirming the moderator and finalizing the structure. The moderator is Mike, the Drunk DEBUNK Show.
So he's accepting this. He's come up with the date. He's all in, and he's now telling us, here is the moderator.
And he says, attached is the format.
What?
Like right there, he just literally went right off the rails. The entire format has been established
and agreed upon.
By
everybody involved, except we haven't had confirmation over this, Mike.
So I want to show everybody what this is right here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is This is his attachment that he came up with. And TFE experiments list. In particular, there are 12 experiments that Will Duffy highlighted in videos after the trip. Additionally, there are experiments that he did not cover that McToon and others performed. So, list of experiments. Let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So some guy named It's a Rubik's is in the chat, and he's stating that Michael Toon didn't see the format, although Emily, can you scroll back up and show where Emily stated that he agreed to the terms?
It's a Rubik's is Emily.
Oh, that is Emily?
That is Emily.
Oh, so Emily lied. Is that what Emily's saying?
I'll show you that that's Emily right now.
Yeah, no, I know. I believe you. I remember. Toon was added later. No, he was in every single one of our threads. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a Rubik's. Nonsense. He was in, we're forwarding all of this to him.
Here's the first email from Emily Vernon. Thanks in advance, Emily.
It's Rubik's.
It's a Rubik's.
Yeah. Great. Where's Craig? Where's Michael right now to join us, to settle this, to talk about this? Can you email them? Can they come? Can they show up here? They can join us live on our channel where we can't be muted or blocked or, you know, where are they? They're the toughest, best debaters in the whole world. You literally said that Craig and McToon agreed. And stop mocking people for calling him McToon. He literally writes it MC Toon, which is pronounced McToon. Like, you know how ridiculous that is to mock someone for saying McToon when it's literally written that way? You have to capitalize the C if you want us to say MC Toon. There, better. He's got it there. But half the time, nobody does that.
All right, so let's take a look through here.
So
he says there's
10.
12 experiments, but there's only 10. And then he adds this, other experiments performed not mentioned in videos. And he's just got this list here. Then structure of a scientific experiment. He spends all this time. These are scientific experiments as outlined by Richard Feynman. Who gives a shit about Richard Feynman and his scientific experiments? So we've got quotes, you know, first we guess it, then we compute the consequences of the guess to see. And so he's outlining like the scientific debate, formulation of problem, proposal of hypothesis. Trust me, every single one of the so-called experiments that Will Duffy had, we were going to put him through all this criteria and tear it apart, right? Because none of it was there. Absolutely none of it. But now all of a sudden, McToon wants to act like this is proper debate, you know, format. So for the debate, we will apply these 3 steps: hypothesis, compute consequences, compare the results, observation, and experiments. Then we have here the experiment process. Before the trip, TFE participants started with 2 hypotheses, 2 computations for almost every experiment. And we will be going through all 12 experiments showing that none of this exists whatsoever. Not 2 hypotheses, not 2 computations. Flat Earth model. Now listen to this. This is the flat Earth predictions the TFE participants made before the trip are based on the 175-year-old predominant flat Earth model popularized by Samuel Rowbotham and enshrined by Alexander Gleason.
Hold on. Why are we talking about the pressurized pizza dome model with a single pole that we debunked before Michael and Craig even had YouTube channels? We have the actual timestamps showing how we completely listen. The fact that Jeranism's going around telling everybody that the sun rises south of east and sets south of west. I told them that 8 years ago, before Craig and Mike even had channels, if that's even his name. So don't, what is this nonsense? Why are you even bringing, again, like I had said in the beginning of this, Emily, it's a Rubik's, all of you, every single one of you people, Sir Little Wolf, every single one of you that follow Craig, all of you in the chat, all of you watching that are cowardly, that won't comment. The only thing your heroes can do is ridicule a straw man that we debunked, and they used our debunks to create their channels. Well, I mean, I think Michael was given his channel from another channel, Conspiracy Cats. He couldn't deal with it anymore. Why do I see all the people on the screen here that we've already debunked? Lady Blount is showing up for this debate.
Yeah.
Eric Dubay, he's not going to show up to the debate. He won't even do a live stream. Nathan
Bob
Oakley,
Nodell.
Nodell's obviously not going to be there. He's long gone. This is just ludicrous. Why am I reading? So flat earth model, these guys know that we don't have this. And then after he writes all this blurb, right, it says, oh, it's necessary for Ron and Jason to provide details on their flat earth model. Why would you have all this other nonsense on the screen? This is absolutely ridiculous, showing just how bad these guys are at just basic communication skills.
We are the ones that debunked the single pole pressurized pizza dome. So they say this model is often referred to as the Gleason or the AE. It'd be better to call it North Pole centered. We understand that Ronnie and Jason do not accept this model. Then why the F did you even bring it up? Because it's not part of the debate.
Because
right?
It's their straw man. That's what they created their 12 observations to go against, period. And when you take that away from them, they can't play the game anymore. They're out. They got to run like yellow-bellied coward chicken.
This debate will not be about Gleason's model, and all predictions that the TFE participants made using that model may be disregarded.
Well, that's the whole thing. 10 of the 12 experiments were all
of it.
Yeah. Except for the weight one, which it did Critical Think go to the same elevation as the spot in Antarctica and do the weight measurement there in Australia and then, you know, check to see if those variables matched? No, it didn't.
Yeah, he says, we understand that for this debate, the flat earth map model proposed by Ronnie and Jason will be used by them. This isn't about our model. The debate was about debunking the 12 experiments that took place in Antarctica and showing how they don't prove that Earth is a spinning spaceball. We don't need our model to do any of that. We can debunk their experiments real easily. So there's no need to ever refer to the AE map model. So similarly, there is no need to refer to the Earth as banana-shaped model popularized in 1975, which is significantly more popular than our model. No, get the F out of here. Go ahead and type in Google search right now, is Earth a simulation? Is Earth a virtual reality? We're getting reports that as much as 50% of the population is considering with real possibility that Earth is a virtual reality. A lot of people understand that they didn't come from nothing in a big bang, and that there is a creator, and that Earth is a fixed and stationary plane. Things like out-of-body experiences, things like so many of them all give evidence to consciousness beyond the body. Those are all solid points that people use to understand that they're in a virtual reality. A lot of people are talking about it.
Has anyone seen the movie The Matrix? Is anyone excited to see the movie, what is it called, Tron? Yeah, it's got the Ron in it. I think McToon is probably interested in that movie, considering he created all of his channel art around a virtual reality game movie. This whole thing is so ridiculous because they absolutely know what we're talking about. So just one pause here as you continue. Yeah. So we've got people in the chat continuing to try to defend these. Where is McToon and Craig now? Why do we have his handler, his email person? I don't know if this is a man, if this is a woman. Very well likely could be, you know, involved in,
sort of both
school, what. So they're stating that Critical Think actually did account for elevation. So where in Will Duffy's video posted on his channel, the guy who spent all the money, does it show where Critical Think went to the same elevation as he did in Antarctica, anywhere else in the world. He doesn't even have to do it in Australia, if that's where he's from. I believe it is. Where is the video of him weighing the weight at the same elevation? Did he even record and share with everybody the elevation? It's not in the video. Now, are you going to tell me that it's hidden on his channel that no one ever saw? We were debating the 12 observations that they call experiments that are posted on Will Duffy's channel. Will Duffy, Jason, am I not correct? When he created the final experiment, when he was done, he said, this is the 12 debate points that he wants every single person in the world to use. Am I right or wrong?
No, that's what he said.
Literally, use this playlist, he said, and debate anyone in the world. So we took all 12 of those observations and we can rip them to shreds. They don't prove that you live on a spinning space ball. Actually, what they actually do is show confirmation bias. They're not scientific. They don't have the correct independent variables. There's no rigor. It's just mockery. It's straw man at best, trying to debunk the AE map and model, which we did before any of you even knew there was a debate on the shape of our reality. It just
10 of the 12 experiments all rely on the false dichotomy psyop of the AE model.
They're debating and pointing out the fact that meridians actually get tighter together, which does work on a flat plane, everybody. Oh no, I can't believe it. Huh? Yes, it does. It's even better to explain on a flat plane because that's what we actually experience, a still motionless flat plane, right? We are going to win every single time because you know what? Jason and I actually do the science, right? We actually put the effort in. And go, please, all of you here that are supporting Fight the Fat Earth and Will Duffy, go and ask those idiots why didn't they go to the whole reason they went to Antarctica was to get to the South Pole, right? To prove there was a South Pole. Show me where they went to the South Pole, please. And if you can't, you're defending clowns. They didn't go. They didn't make it to there, right? It's what a joke.
No, because if they would have showed us footage from there, we would have been able to say, see, look at these horizontal circles.
Yeah.
Heliocentrism debunked.
Yeah, because
they have Earth at a 23.5 degree tilt.
And when the tilt doesn't work for them, like on the equinoxes, when the sun rises due east and sets due west everywhere, which doesn't work geometrically on a sphere, again, we're going to destroy each and every one of you spaceballers. They say, oh, it's not really tilted. Or it's not going like this. It's actually, that's just because, you know, at that point of the tilt on the space, it doesn't work. Your model does not work, okay? And that's why they're cowards. That's why they ran. That's why they're not here, right?
Yeah, so here's the debate format that McToon put forward. Moderator 1 to 5 minutes. I mean, that's a big window.
Kind of ambiguous.
Right? Time, introductions, 1 minute per person. That's not a presentation of evidence or engagement in the debate, just telling the audience who you are and how to find you online. The experiment debate. So, moderator, short overview of the selected experiment written ahead of time with verbiage agreed to by both teams. Team A, 10 minutes, presentation of a hypothesis, and then a computation of consequences. Team B, 10 minutes, presentation of a hypothesis, computation of consequences, and then a TFE representative. Who would that be? McToon, I guess. They get to do a presentation of results, observation, and experience. And then Team A gets 5 minutes, comparison of computations to results, observation, experience. Then Team B gets 5 minutes with the same. Then Team B gets 10 minutes, response to Team A's hypothesis, computation, comparison. Then Team A 10 minutes.
This is just ridiculous.
Then both get 20 minutes of open discussions. Then an intermission. The moderator gets to entertain the audience.
What?
Repeat experiment debate segments for each experiment upon by both parties.
That doesn't even make sense. Repeat experiment debate segment? What? Would they want us to replay the same thing over again?
This totals about 70 minutes per experiment. So 12 experiments times 70 minutes. What are we at, like 14 hours or something?
This is ridiculous. It doesn't even make sense, you guys. This doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Did they have like, some kid make this? Is this like the retarded version of Chat GPT? Is like his like bastard step kid or something? Like, is it like frat BT or something? I'm confused, Jason. I don't understand what we're reading here. I'm sorry.
Well, he says it's a scientific debate.
Oh, a scientific debate. Is he going to put a white lab coat on and put a pencil protector and some glasses with some tape on the middle on?
The model that each team is represented is presented, and the step-by-step application of that model is presented live. Now, I've got some serious problems with this right here. There is to be no black box. I don't even know what that means to this process. Nothing obfuscated from the audience. The geometry, optics, physics of the model is to be shown during the live presentation, and the prediction must be output as a result during the presentation. Now, this to me is hilarious, because we are the only ones that have a model that we can present.
Yeah.
They literally have no model, right? Do you understand what it would take to have a model of our solar system?
To scale.
To scale. And so I want to show everybody here a little side note. I asked Google, can something be considered a model if it is not true to scale? Think about this, everybody. This is important. When you do this search, look at the first two things that come up are flat Earth related. All right. So this is, flat earthers like to use a scale model to represent a real object. And then they show this car here, Lamborghini, and they say that, this takes batteries, but this takes gasoline. So observation of the real object is stronger evidence than an argument from analogy, like using a scaled down model of the real object. Now, a model car, if it's not to scale, is it a model of that car? So if you take this Lamborghini here and you change all the dimensions on it and none of it's to scale, right, the one in the box, is it a Lamborghini? Or is it a Fiat? Or is it a love bug, or a pickup truck? Because unless if it's to scale, it's not a model. All right, now let's think about this from the heliocentric point of view. We covered this a little while ago, that if they were to create a to-scale model of our solar system, Team Yahawashai proposes the world's first TV screen capable of projecting Earth's solar system to scale. If we made Mercury, the smallest of the so-called planets, 1 pixel that was 1 centimeter, then we would need to have a TV screen that was 26 miles in radius to be able to show a 1 pixel, 1 centimeter size Mercury.
The Jtron, right? Can you repeat that again? So we have to do this for these space ballers. They don't know. They hide it from their audience, right? So again, to actually replicate a to-scale model of their solar system that they believe they live in. Just repeat again how big it would be.
If you were to do it to scale, and 1 pixel was 1 centimeter, and we represented Mercury with 1 pixel, so it's just 1 centimeter big, then the screen would need to be over 26 miles in diameter.
26 miles. 26 miles. You get that, everybody?
You know what that means? Heliocentrism has never had a model.
Nope.
Never. They can't. There's absolutely no way to represent it. Can't do it. So let's go back to he's talking about being able to present models. We are the only ones that can do that. Now, when we start going through his thing he did last night, we'll get to some stuff, and I'll be able to show our models again. And what else do we got here? He's putting all his rules on. If geometry is encoded in software, the geometry must first be presented, then the source code presented. This is all shit that they absolutely cannot provide themselves.
Yeah, show us the source code for your sphere, right? Oh, they'll come up with, 3959 was used somehow in the math for sun calc. So they say, oh, it's a sphere model, right? When the whole entire projection is being a flat stationary plane with the sun and moon and stars rising from the ground and setting into them, though, right?
So look here, this is where he thought that he had baked in their gotcha. If the geometry is encoded, I read that, a link to the source code must be given. If the geometry is not presented before the prediction is made, the moderator is to immediately stop that segment and remind the presenter. If this persists, the moderator is to declare the team has forfeited this experiment. The other party may present their case without the forfeiting team presenting anything more on the experiment. The forfeiting team will get no rebuttal and the open discussion will be skipped. So they thought that we wouldn't be able to present our geometry for the things that we're presenting when they are the ones that cannot present the geometry. We literally have it to 100th of a degree per second anywhere on Earth any day of the year. If a team does not present a computation directly related to the experiment during the allotted segment, the moderator is to declare the team has forfeited this experiment. The other team may present their case without the forfeiting to present anything more on the experiment. Each side is to limit their hypothesis and computation to using their model only. This wasn't even about our model. This was about debunking the 12 experiments in Antarctica.
So like McToon literally knows. I told him to get the experiments posted. We waited like 3/4 of a year. And I said, when that's done, we are going to debate. And because Craig was running his mouth that he was this big, tough debater, we added him in too, because he didn't get to go to Antarctica because he says he has to have his legs amputated, right? Or he's transitioning or something. We don't know really what's going on. So we involved him into the debate, and we wanted him and McToon. The next two people to debate this, we're hoping, is Jaron and Dave McKeegan, or Will Duffy and Dave McKeegan, or Critical Think, all the people that were involved. We really wanted McToon because he literally created the experiments and went to Antarctica and performed them. So he would have been the best #1 candidate. We set the rules in the debate. So are you almost, how much more of this is there? Because it's a Rubik's, it's going on and on. I just need you to go back to the emails where you sent the terms and conditions and you added, I need to see if you actually forwarded those to McToon. Because Rubik's Cube is saying that you never did and you're lying and he never saw them and you never sent it to him, and you literally forwarded all of this to McToon. I made sure of it. I was screaming, great that Craig wants to do it, but we need McToon to be involved because he was the one that supposedly proved that the Earth is a sphere.
All right, let's be clear. I was just about to respond to It's a Rubik's. So we go back to the original email chain with Craig, and we go through here, and this is where he was saying that we're afraid to debate. This is where I start laying out the format right here. This is where Craig says, I accept all your cowardly conditions.
All your cowardly conditions, all these people do is lie. It's a Rubik's. All you do is lie.
And here we go.
And look at that. Who can you highlight his name, please? Who does that say? No, when you hover it over it, it'll show his email. Click on the McToon. Yeah, click on that. There you go. Oh, what is that? Oh, he didn't see it. So he didn't have time to open the email, but he accepted the terms. He got the emails, Rubik's. We didn't lie. Craig and him and you were sent all this stuff.
Yeah, take a look. This is the one where I go into the super detailed outline.
Yeah.
This is every single part of it, the entire thing laid out, debate length and format, opening statements, debunk rebuttals, open discussion none, total time 2 hours 24 minutes, series requirement, the breaking it into the 3 debates.
It's simple.
The conduct, the fairness clause, all this stuff here. This was sent to McToon
So I guess this was before Emily got involved, right? Fine.
Yeah, and then this is the end of that chain.
Yep.
And then this is set. This is Emily. That from this point on, Emily's involved.
Emily stepped in after Craig said, "I accept," and then all of a sudden we get Emily showing up here. We're like, "What? What's going on here?" Okay.
But let's go back one more time and be absolutely sure.
So
the entire format here is sent to McToon and Craig.
And now they're saying, "Oh, did he respond?" Yeah, McToon responded. He did. He said, "I accept your terms." Go to that, please. Show where he accepted it. The clowns in the chat wanted, like, do you guys see how pathetic you are? All you do is mock and ridicule and make fun of people on your really bad, weak echo chamber where the two heroes that you follow are buying their views, buying their subs. They're definitely getting fat again. They're not keeping in shape. They're crazy. You're all in this imaginary bubble of a world, and you can't even defend the things that they say and do. You're in our chat now trying to defend them, and you're lying publicly. Everyone can see. Craig or Michael Toon literally said, "Where you're not there yet, but you'll get to it." He accepts. Right there, you said, Emily. Here you are, Emily. Welcome to the call. MC Toon agrees to what? The terms. The terms. So what does that mean? Now you're going to tell me, well, the terms doesn't really mean the terms that you guys said. He just meant that it could be you. No, the terms. Jason sent it like 4 times now, all of it. We wanted to be specific because we wanted it to be a fair debate where nobody talks over anybody, where everybody presents their information in a organized manner so that it could be professional. We've seen the way that your team runs their nonsense. You guys mock, ridicule, fallacy, use every dirty debate trick that you can possibly find. Right? And we took away every single one of those, and it was simply going to be about the truth, about whose side could have a better explanation for the observations that quote unquote Will Duffy took. That was what we were actually debating. It wasn't about proving who's smarter, who's better, who's stronger, who could do more push-ups. It was about, did the observations match a ball or a flat stationary plane? That's what we were going to debate.
Yeah, Emily was just late to the party. This was all handled before Emily even showed up, right? But then Emily came back and said, yeah, it's agreed upon by McToon and Craig.
Yeah.
Simple.
We were
really
excited.
Simple.
We were really excited.
Anything that this person says to the contrary, we're showing is an absolute lie right now.
So now, is that Emily standing with the...
I don't know which one's Emily.
Yeah, maybe Emily is, isn't that the guy from the TV show? What's that TV show called? Where they do nothing but fake experiments and observations. It was on the Science Channel. I used to watch it when I was scientific.
Yeah, something. What was that? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I used to watch it. So they're still in there saying, where did MC Toon respond? So can you go to the response from MC Toon, please? How many times do we have to show you guys in the chat? Like, can you please pay attention? This is getting it's getting old. We got to move on to the Mythbusters. Is that you with the guy from Mythbusters? Jamie? Was his name Jamie? You tell that guy what a joke it was when they supposedly bounced imaginary lasers off the moon. That was good. I like that one.
Yeah, the only response that we got from McToon was that they proposed the 30th at 6 p.m. and we accepted.
Scroll up a bit. So that was his first message to you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, here he
that's
is.
It.
He's responding. He's getting these messages. He's gone over them. I spoke with Craig Friday through Sunday. Look, he's responding, but he's accepting the debate. What are you guys going to say in the chat now? Oh, he missed it. Yeah. He didn't know. He
hasn't said any. You don't think Craig said anything? I agreed to the terms that he didn't double check with Craig. What are the terms? How are we going to do it?
Yeah. So you guys need to publicly admit that you were wrong in the chat, that Mike did get the messages, that he did agree, that Craig did agree. So okay, we're going to get to the next section soon when we're going to show what they've been saying.
Let's see if we're done here. So quantitative versus qualitative. They want to talk about the sources of GPS signals. proposed experiments for the first debate.
Aristophanes.
All right, so that is what was proposed by Craig. He says attached is the format. No, we already decided what that was. And so my response, just the beginning of it. That's where I forwarded it. So response to that, Craig McToon, that's not the agreed upon format. The debate format has already been established and confirmed. You've already agreed to it. The binding structure is the moderator guidelines document attached. That is the format the moderator is expected to enforce without additions or substitutions. This is what we have outlined and what you have agreed to the entire time. Please confirm that Mike has reviewed this rule set and agrees to enforce it exactly as written. And here's that document. And this is just a summary of everything that was in the original email outlining all the terms. So the role of the moderator, time enforcement, rule enforcement. A moderator is not permitted to express opinions, interrupt for commentary, sarcasm, or bias, alter the agreed upon structure. Debate structure, opening statement, 4 minutes by the moderator, 2 minutes per debater, 12 minutes. This is what we outlined before. 12 experiments total, 6 experiments per debater. The debunker gets 5 minutes. The opponent rebuttal gets 5 minutes. 10 minutes per experiment equals 120 minutes. Closing statements, 3 minutes per debater, 12 minutes total. Total debate time, 2 hours, 24 minutes. This is exactly what we had outlined before. Rule violations, interruptions, speaking over others, personal attacks, swearing, ad hominems, refusal to follow structure, enforcement, first violation, loss of next rebuttal or presentation, 3 violations, forfeit of the debate, accountability. This is what they agreed to. This is what was outlined, and it's simple. It's really, really simple. So here we get to the hissy fit.
Oh, look what's happening here, everybody, with this big tough guy. What's about to happen? Everybody get your screenshots ready, get your screen recorders going. Who's about to back out of the debate?
I never agreed to the format. I agreed to the date.
He literally agreed to the format, the terms, Emily said, but not the date. It's
not the date.
Completely inverted.
Okay, it's canceled.
Well, who's running? Who's the one who's dodging? Did the guy do a 3-hour podcast yesterday? Did he create a website, a web page where he's saying we're cowards? We're ready to debate. We could do the debate right now. Where's Mike? Where's Craig? We will bring them on and we will do this debate right now. Right now. We're not running. We're literally standing in the ring waiting for you clowns. Where are you? Where are you?
So I responded, to be absolutely clear, you already agreed to debate under the structure we outlined and provided in writing. That structure, the moderator guidelines, was confirmed by both sides when we were locked in the date and moderator. Backing out now after publicly committing to debate is not a cancellation by us. It is your withdrawal. If you refuse to debate under the same agreed rules, then the record will show that Team Spaceballs quit rather than face equal terms. We're still prepared to debate on the scheduled date and time under the moderator guidelines you agreed to. If you choose to not appear, the audience will see for themselves who walked away. We will go through our exact presentations come September 30th with or without you. The only question is whether or not you will be there to present your rebuttals. Same is true for the rest of the 3-part series. So I don't know if they're not going to be there. We don't need to do it September 30th. We'll just do it next Flat Earth Friday.
Unless Jaron and Dave McKeegan or Red's Rhetoric and Astronomy Live, one of these guys, maybe Sean Hufford will come out of retirement, who will defend the 12 experiments with us? We are asking for the exact same thing. You can choose the moderator. Who is going to step up? Will it be this Wesley guy? Will it be It's a Rubik's? Will it be the Sir Wolf person? Who is going to stand up? All these guys over on the chat that mock YD and say the most disgusting things, why don't they actually come and do the debate in Craig and MC Toon's stead? Because they're too afraid to actually do the debate.
Then Craig says, we have set out a fair format. If you refuse to a fair format, you are canceling the debate.
What?
We set out the fair format and you agreed to it,
literally,
you jackass.
I mean, does this get any worse for this team? These are the two guys that have gone around bashing people over the head with straw man mentality for many years. And when finally the fight comes to them, look, they cower. They curl up like a potato bug. They're spineless like a jellyfish, these guys.
McToon says, I never agree. I never agree to your format. I don't care what you do. It's clear you are clout chasing.
Clout chasing.
Oh my, the most foul, wretched person I could possibly find on the internet, the type of bully that would be kicked out of any school. You can do your presentation to all your fan on your channel
we don't have
for as long as you want. You won't be using us to gain any unfiltered soapbox.
What? I mean, using you were supposed to defend your beliefs.
We were going to debunk the 12 experiments, and you were supposed to somehow try to keep spaceballers from realizing that we debunked your 12 experiments.
We were going to give you the opportunity to defend it, but now you're not even going to get it because you're too cowardly. You're just going to run and let us just destroy it. Clout chasing's got to be one of the funniest things I've ever heard them say. Yeah, that's...
If you don't want to participate in a scientific debate, we know why. Your model will fail when tested.
I mean,
this is about debunking the 12 experiments.
Debate number 3 was about models. It was against Globe versus SBVR. First, we were going to do the 12 experiments, right? Debunk them. And then those two clowns were going to have their opportunity to defend it, right? Say, no, Jason and Ron, that's not right. This is what's right. The second debate was we were going to show you, because Michael started spouting off of his stupid lying ass saying that I'd like to see how the 12 observations would work on your model. So we were going to put forth how all 12 of the observations work better on the SPVR than they do on a globe, right? That was part 2. And part 3 was SBVR versus globe. And you spaceballers just ran and quit. And then debate number 4, we could have done it your way. I'm not afraid. I'll come on to the modern day debate channel after you do it our way, the fair way, where nobody gets to talk over anybody and it's structured and there's rules where you actually have to follow them. You can't just talk over one another and yell and swear. We wanted to do it to a much larger, all of heaven and earth to be witness to it. But now you've just run and scared. So continue, please.
So now we have Emily from this evening.
Is she saying if you don't show this, you're a coward and you're lying, and MC2 never got any of these emails? You just literally showed how he was attached, all the formats, and he literally agreed and responded to it. Yeah, so it doesn't matter, Emily. I was talking to the people involved, Toon and Craig. You're a nobody. And whether or not you were informed of anything doesn't matter. Hold on a second. So when you say he agreed to the 2 versus 2 moderated format, that's what we put out, the actual format. What is this Sunday VIP attendance? Backroom debate? What is
Inspiring Philosophy versus 5 Skeptics. Refund policy, general terms. How much do these people get paid to do these debates, Emily?
This proves that MC Toon didn't receive our emails, or Jason's a coward if he doesn't show this.
That was Emily's evidence.
That's your evidence? Oh, wrong screenshot. Okay, what's this next one? Let's see this one.
Yeah, I sent this to Emily, letting Emily in on what I sent to Craig.
This was before MC Toon was getting the emails.
Let's go back here.
Nice try. It's a Rubik's. Again, you're fighting a losing battle here. How can you not see that this is bad for your team? This is really bad. This is devastating. You guys are done. Your team is finished. Everybody, you've lost your credibility. MC Toon and Fight for the Fat Earth have completely lost all relevance. All they can do is go against pressurized pizza domers that believe there's a single poll, and everybody knows that's nonsense.
Yeah, so here, I sent this to Craig a few hours ago. I sent that to Emily. I didn't send it to anybody else. I just
That was just to
sent it
you, Emily.
Yeah.
And she's saying, oh, because that you sent her that confirmation that you also sent that to Craig. That means that, oh, Michael never got any of the emails. He got them all.
Well, no, not all of them.
Most of them.
He didn't come in until a little bit later.
Yeah.
At first it was just with Craig. But then when I put out the full detailed list of the rules and format right here, I sent that to McToon and Craig.
And he responded. McToon responded to these email chains. So he was getting them. It's a Rubik's, and he agreed to the terms. He just said he couldn't do it on that day because he had flag frisbee. What did he call it? I want to make sure I
think
get it right.
Fag frisbee.
No, flag. What is
Ultimate.
it? Ultimate frisbee. So now we've got Wesley in the chat trying to say that we only have 45 listeners. So, we're debunked. Do you know what an appeal to popularity means? Fallacy? Do you know anything about fallacies, Wesley? So Wesley is apparently going to join us on Telegram. Wesley wants to know more about our model. It'll be interesting to see if you show up there and we can have a call and go over. We'll show you everything about the model if that's what you want.
This is for It's a Rubik's, Friday, August 29th, 11 a.m. This is the email that has the entire format for the debate here. You don't show up until well, I guess, yeah, I had let you know on the 27th. So somewhere between this email and this one, I sent both Craig and McToon.
Yes.
The entire format. I just didn't send it to you because, for one thing, working with some sort of a handler or a show booker or something like that, I think it's disgusting that these people don't actually take care of themselves and that they need some sort of person to organize their lives for them. How much do you cost?
I guess I'm
not going to pay it, but
this Wesley
how much do they pay?
Yeah, how much do you get paid to do what you do? It's a Rubik's. How much do they have to pay you? How much do they pay for their views? How much do they pay for their followers? How many of their super chats are themselves donating to themselves? So this Wesley guy wants to join. Do you want to give him the link? He says he can debunk our Waka Waka model, Jason. This should be good. This should be good. Do you want to join Wesley? Do you want him to come in and we'll pull up the different models and you can somehow debunk it live? I think he's all talk. I think he's all talk. Does he want to join? And he has to go on camera because that's what did McToon call it? That's the witchcraft, right? Or no, that's the magic or whatever. Does he want to join?
Let's go ahead. And we'll go to a song break. You can, you want to give them a link to join the Zoom call?
So we'd have to put it in the chat and he'd have to jump in real quick. He's saying he can debunk our Waka Waka model. So here's the time.
We don't have a Waka Waka model.
We don't even believe there's any Pac-Man things going on. That's what you guys say. That's not what we say.
The idea that we can go back to our very first presentations of the model. And even though we couldn't graphically represent it the way we wanted to, we were saying the sun is not traveling above us and going out one side and inside another. We've been very, very clear that the sun rotates around the observer from horizon to horizon. And that's on a fixed and stationary Earth, with the luminaries rising from Earth and setting into Earth in a person's circle of sight. We can actually prove that the distance to the luminaries is controlled by angular resolution. And because wavelengths have a length to them, light only travels so far, right? We have the inverse square law for the intensity of light, and then we have the actual resolution as far as the angular size something can resolve down to before light itself is cut off. So our model is not Waka Waka Waka. We know that is government, CIA, Tavistock type. It's like saying conspiracy theorists or
psychological
like
misinformation to push people away from actually breaking out from the chains of the sphere Earth that they've been sold. So he's obviously not going to join. He's just a big talk. So if we go to a song, then we'll bring YD on and we'll get into last night's podcast where we've just completely showed the whole entire world, all of heaven and all of earth has witnessed that Craig and Michael both were given the rules, both were given the terms, and both accepted. They both accepted to the terms. And when they realized they weren't going to be able to cheat, lie, and do all of their stupid tactics, they decided to back out. They're the ones that canceled. Can you go back and just show that before we go to song? Show again who canceled out, who said, I'm not doing the debate. It was not Jason. It was not me. I would even take their actual, so he does want to join. How are you going to debunk us, Wesley? You don't know anything about our version of reality, but yet you're confident you're going to debunk us? You're going to come on camera? I don't know. It's up to you. If you want me to if you want to let him on.
We're not going to have a way. I'm trying to think how we would put him on camera. And
so if you go into studio mode after you have him on, well, it is going to mess up my camera too, but I'm not afraid to have this guy come on. I'd like to hear how he's going to debunk us. He thinks he's this top level debate guy. So why doesn't he debate against us?
If he wants to do this, let's be a little bit more prepared. We don't have the scene set up correctly in OBS to be able to bring him on. So let's schedule something. Send me an email. It's awakesouls@gmail.com. And
he doesn't have, yeah.
We'll organize something just like we did right here, and we'll see whether or not you show up. We'll be able to send you a link via email instead of throwing it out there publicly.
He's got no content on his channel. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know if he's ever created a video, and he's saying excuses. Okay, put your email in the chat then. Put your email. You're going to come in, you're going to debunk us. Let's do it. Put your email there. We'll just turn our cameras off, and you could just have him on and we could hear his voice. Or you turn the camera on and I at least want to see who you are in the background. We're not scared, bro. We're not scared. Your team is the ones who's scared. What's your email? What's your email? Is it on his website here? Is it on his page? No, you don't even have an email attached to your YouTube channel, Wesley. How are we supposed to bring you on? What's your email? So let's do a song break. Let's see if this guy actually gives us an email. Oh, he's sending one. Let's see here. I'll send him a. See here, because he's going to come on and he's going to debunk our model, huh? Supposedly.
Are you able to send him the invite?
I think so. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see here.
to show no pain, conceal everything you mind. I know both sides deceived, denied the throes of being what you sold. You start to say but lost the wanting to describe what it feels like.